My name is Morfit Flores, owner of Mogressive Coaching LLC. I majored in engineering, international business, conflict resolution, and human data analysis. I'm an ex-pro soccer player, world traveler, combat veteran, and I'm currently in grad school. In March of 2020, I conquered my first major life goal and applied for a business license and submitted the domain Mogressive Coaching LLC. We are experienced leaders, goal-oriented, and mission-driven. We thrive off win-win scenarios, and Mogressive Coaching is the perfect program to become the best possible versions of themselves. I served in the United States Army, deployed to southern Afghanistan, and medically discharged in 2017. Transitioning to civilian life posed challenges, both mentally and physically for myself. I didn't have a next mission. Life outside the military became very overwhelming. Unfortunately, this led me down a path of isolation, depression, unemployment, and in some cases, I just felt lost in the world. I'm a combat veteran, and I was told my war-related injuries were just stress-related or psychological, and that I would bounce back. Not to mention all these pills these doctors prescribed to me once I got out. PTSD, insomnia, random anxiety attacks, flashbacks, hearing loss, hypervigilance, traumatic brain injuries. These are just a few of my own personal combat-related injuries that affected my daily life. Fortunately, so fortunate, I recognized that I needed a boost of self-esteem, self-confidence, and a career strategy. I had dug myself so deep that it became easier to live in a hole than to think of how to escape. I needed help, and that was the most difficult part to accept. But I just knew I had more self-worth than my current situation. I found myself at Cabrillo College in California a year after getting out of the military. I was uncertain of how I was going to pay for my classes, pay for rent, books, gas, and even food. It was a tough transition. I didn't know where or how to start. The financial aid covered school fees, and the GI Bill covered a few expenses, not to mention the overwhelming debt of unpaid bills, car notes, and monthly rent, and everything else in between. Life was unfamiliar being back home, and it sucked. I was able to find passion through my pain. This led to co-founding and becoming chairman of the Student Veteran Endowment at Cabrillo College, where we have raised roughly $50,000 in 2 years, as well as holding the title of Fellowship Team Leader. Having access to funds to pull us out of these hardships removes so many barriers and allows more time to focus on progression in life and especially in school. School has been one of the best investments and best decisions I've ever made for my personal health and welfare. Mogressive Coaching has guided and paved a passage allowing me to focus on myself so later down the road, currently, I could help other student veterans, student athletes, college students, and provide the coaching that wasn't available for myself outside of the classroom. 53% feel that colleges and universities do not acknowledge specific skills and strengths without these settings, and they're left to be misunderstood, isolated, and unmotivated. I reassured that life gets rough, but we're here to help one another and watch one another achieve greatness because I've physically been in their shoes and mindset. Mogressive Coaching teaches you to build effortless discipline while enjoying your educational journey, ultimately leading to graduation. I'm an ex-collegiate soccer player, and I've had the opportunity to be invited to play at Pelé's Football Academy in Santos, Brazil. I trained in England at Bobby Charlton's Youth Soccer Academy in Blackpool and received extended contracts to play at both locations. I'm a natural-born leader, problem solver, visionary, motivational speaker, and grateful overall. Through cross-cultural life experiences, I have understood life through an abundance of culture shocks, norms, traditions, mindsets, environments, beliefs, foods, trial and errors, multiple case studies, surveys, polls, webinars, ebooks, podcasts, formal training, informal schooling, and many, many late nights completing certifications on goal setting, habit building, leadership, accountability, game theory, social science, human behavior, and laws of human nature. And down the rabbit hole I went. This brief background on my life experiences and business philosophy is true to my own personal values and beliefs. Mogressive Coaching is here to stay. Our success rate since 2018 is at 92%. Currently contracted with Cabrillo College, working with student veterans through our 6, 8, and 12-week programs. The Veteran Center at Cabrillo College is sponsoring each student veterans through their program budgets. We thrive off win-win scenarios, and Mogressive Coaching is the perfect program for students to become the best possible versions of themselves. Why Mogressive Coaching and not a school program or academic advisor? One word: relevancy. Majority of college students already have an educational plan. We provide what each school doesn't provide: a college life coach, a mentor, friend, brother in arms who has recently gone through this recent academic life cycle. I know what to expect and anticipate, emotionally, physically, mentally. This program is a gateway to student success. As time passes, the schoolwork and material rarely changes, but we do.